Good morning, everybody. Myself, Dr. Venendra Kumar, Associate Professor, Biomedical Engineering in Science and Technology. Today, we are going to see the topic is communication. The communication is essential way to share the information to the other peoples. In the communication, we have the two types of communication. They have the syllabus. One is analog communication. Another one is digital communication. The both type of communications are applicable in all the different domains based upon the requirement need for the customer sites. So in analog communication, we have the three major classifications. One is amplitude modulation. It's simply represented by AM. And second one is phase modulation. It's simply represented by TM. And third one is frequency modulation. It's represented by FM. These three basic modulation techniques which was involved in any communication scenario. Before going to see these modulation classifications, you must know about the two basic ingredients. One is a message signal, another one is a carrier signal. These two basic essential ingredients to be used for any transmission of information from one place to another place. Here, the first one is message signal. The message signal consists of, it is our normal speech signal. It is our normal speech signal. The speech signal is, you must keep on mind always, the speech signal is always analog signal. So, what is the need of the carrier signal? Because this both message signal plus carrier signal transmit for a long distance. As a simple example, we want to understand what is the purpose of carrier signal is. We can take example is Tiffin carrier. For the Tiffin carrier, what we are doing that we want to carry the food for long distance. What we are going to do? We take the small box and we put inside the box in the food and we can close it and we can take a long distance. After reaching some distance, we open up the box. Do you see that one? What type of food you can put in the what condition that is available in the safe condition. The food is not to be any distorted. Right? The same thing is that the carrier signal will be take over the message signal to the long distance. So these two combine this one, then the transmitted waveform is called as a modulated wave. So now this modulated wave is received in the receiver side. So here the very important question is that which one is your medium? Because we are taking a Tiffin box, is a steel or hot box, anything like that. But in the open scenario, the communication scenario, our open air system is a communication medium. So sometimes the sky will be very clear, or sometimes the sky will be mist, or sometimes the sky will be rainy condition. In the both scenarios, in all the scenarios, your infrared waveform will be corrupted or it will be distorted. Distorted means what? The change in structure of your information. So, what is the is that now the receiver will receive the information with the corrupted information. So, what we do? I want to retrieve my original information. So, what I am going to do is I am using the filter and demodulation process. We can remove the noise and we can obtain our original information. So this is the basic concept behind any modulation process. Then we move on to the modulation system. So in modulation system, we have the major classification is the major category is analog and digital. How this categorization obtained? This categorization is obtained by based on the signals. The signal means your input. So what type of input signal you want to transmit, right? Then you can choose the corresponding modulation. If I am using analog signal, right? I move on to the analog modulation process. So in the analog modulation process, we have three different main classifications. One is amplitude modulation, second one is phase modulation, and third one is frequency modulation. These three modulations can be classified based upon the changing characteristics of your message signal. So, if the message signal amplitude is changed, that means with respect to off carrier signal amplitude, then it is called as amplitude modulation. If the message signal phase shift is changed according to the carrier signal called phase modulation. If your message signal is changed according to the frequency of carrier signal called frequency modulation. So these are the basic modulation we are using. Before going to see this modulation process, right? We are going to see that in the day-to-day life we are having a lot of FM radios instead of AM radios. We must know that why we have FM radios, why we have AM radios. So because the thing is what? In the compared to this both AM modulation and FM modulation, you have to be the difference is noise variation. Noise variation, and very important thing is that we have various size